Well, definitely, it was time for a break. Um, I did a break. I did a break time part one for my birthday wishes and everything from Facebook and everybody, and I thought it was a perfect time to actually take a break um, from the camera. So fortunately, a lot of stuff has happened. A lot of a lot of stuff I wish that never happened. I can honestly say. I mean, things have like totally changed direction-wise on how I'm doing everything. I guess. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to go on at this point. Is just say that I spent days, sometimes weeks and months, writing a lot of stuff that I've been going through, and like what's been in my head, and a lot of stuff that I've been going through. And sometimes therapy doesn't work. Sometimes relationships definitely didn't work. Sometimes partners didn't work. Sometimes death came into play. Either myself or the person I was with in relationship wise. Medication sometimes doesn't help with my depression or mood swings. You might say that I spent years fighting to get on disability, which that was like the last thing I've ever wanted to do. But unfortunately, I'm at the capacity I cannot work physically or mentally because I'm not, I would say, properly prepared to handle it and to deal with it, you can say. So I decided to take a little bit of time to talk about the break time again and why that I'm changing a little things like I usually do by making the videos. Normally I would just sit here like I'm doing now, like back in the day, old school, would just sit here, talk to you, face to face, eye to eye, whatever. But I've written a lot of stuff, and so basically these are the context of either songs, stories, plays, poetry, whatever you name it. I've gotten to everything now, and now I've gotten to writing musical lyrics now. And then hopefully in the future or down the line, I will get into writing plays. And hopefully that somebody watches this and somebody who wants to like literally get into the whole play thing and get something out there, mainstream, and get something out there that's legit, honest, tell their side of the story in a sense, and we can collaborate and work together. I don't know, but you might see this and you might say, "Hey, sounds like a good idea," or you might see one of my videos about what happened to you as a kid, when you got abused or something, or maybe that your parents just don't understand, and this would be a perfect thing for adults. It's like, is that really what my son is going through? Is that what my daughter's going to? Or the fact of the matter is that sometimes you could be either gay, lesbian, or straight, or whatever religion or ethnic background you are, is that it's time for diversity. It's time for equalness for everybody. Because there's so much trauma in the world. And I should know this, It's like having your inner thoughts telling you when a vehicle is driving to open the door and jump the fuck out, But I've already been there. I've jumped out of a vehicle once before that people, in my case, people say, "You're trying to kill yourself." And maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. I don't know. But I do know that life is definitely not a joke. Stress is definitely not a joke. Depression, anxiety, mood swings is definitely not a joke. But in this day and age, you can never tell who is true, who is not true, who's right, who's wrong. No one can really say. It's just that the world is different. It's growing. The kids are advancing. The kids are not like they used to be back in the day. People in the city are rude. That I had to leave the city at one point just because I was afraid of my life, afraid of what my life would want it to be. And sometimes I wish that certain people were still here in my life. But that's the reality of stuff, is that the one person that at one point in my life when I was a kid, when I was going through abuse, when I was going through no parents, and the one parent I did have, to me it seemed like money and men became the root of her evil or destruction or whatever path she chooses to go along. And it could either end her mother's life, our grandmother's life, and the cousins and the nieces and nephews. I can't say. But there's a lot of circumstances around that, and that's why I'm back. That this is my page, my Cheap Stories page. This is my home page. This is my journey. This is my experience, and this is what I'm leaving. It doesn't matter if it gets viewed or it don't get viewed. I don't care, because I'm getting it out there, and maybe one person can see this and maybe can take something from this, and maybe this can go further. So these are my stories that if I were looking directly inside the camera like I'm doing now, don't take it personally. I've spent almost a year and something doing this. Nothing written down, just me and you. I'm talking to you. But this time, I've got stuff written down, and I've got shit to say. And unfortunately, sometimes it's not what you want to see, or you want to hear, or anybody else. But unfortunately, a true person who stands by his page will make a good effort in doing the honest thing that's right for its page, and to make sure that it stays on, no matter if it's good or bad. Because if you believe in yourself, and you believe strong enough that what you do is good enough. So you know me. I'm Sean, and my Cheap Stories, and the statement of Cracker Havoc, that's me, that the break is over, the stuff begins, and we'll see where the future holds beyond. So this is the update. Break time's over. Peace.